Hello, it is Sunday the 4th of September. This is the run up to draw number 2161, which will be on Wednesday. This is what the chart looks like for the Lotto at the moment. This is my frequency end, this is my overdue end. The last draw was 2160. As you can see, that's what the result was for that draw. This chart is showing the statistics for machines mailing Arthur, Guinevere and Lancelot and sets of balls 1 to 8. So that's the statistics that we're looking at the moment. In my last video I predicted that number 2 would come out, because this is what the chart looks like then. As you can see, number 2 is quite overdue for its frequency, which is there. That's 13 times it's come out, and it hasn't come out since draw 2137, which was 20 draws ago. And I predicted that that number would be drawn in draw 2158, but it wasn't. It was actually drawn in the last draw, 2160, and fortunately for me, I actually did bet on that number. Well, I was going to show you my winning ticket, but it's expired. I only won £6 anyway. So I won £6 by betting on number 2 because of where it was on this chart. Now if you want to know what number to bet on, or what numbers, this is a chart you need to be looking at the moment. This is the more high frequency end of the chart. As you can see, these 3 numbers have occurred 16 times, whereas this one only 3. And this number here, number 44, hasn't come out since draw 2131, which was about 30 draws ago. And these are the numbers that came out in the most recent draw, which was yesterday. As you can see, number 2 come out. So my prediction for the next draw is that one of these 2 numbers is going to come out. And to decide which one is most likely to come out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this gap chart. Now the gap chart shows the frequency of the gaps between occurrences of whatever number I type in here, or whatever combination of numbers I type in here. It's just the way I've designed the spreadsheet. So this is the gap chart for number 14. The current gap is 11. If it is drawn in the next draw, then it will have occurred, the gap between occurrences will have been 11 twice, because it's already occurred once. So that number 11 that's in this square will naturally move down to here. It'll be a nice number 11 there, twice. So these are the gaps between occurrences that have occurred in the past. These ones have occurred once. These ones have occurred 3 times. None of them have occurred twice. So now let's look at the gap chart for number 57 and compare it. This is the gap chart for number 57. Current gap 11. Gaps 1, gap of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, number 8, number 9, number 10, 11. So if a gap of 11 occurs, we'll get a nice number 11 just there. So there's been a gap of 2, 3 times, 3, 5, 6, 9 twice, and those others once. So it looks like 57 more likely to come out than number 14, simply because the gap between occurrences would be 11 if it come out in the next draw, and that's already happened once with number 14. So I'd go with number 57 and possibly one of the other numbers, like 13 looks quite overdue for its frequency. Could narrow it down a bit because they have been using machines Malin and Lancelot, sets of balls 1 to 4 most recently. So if we narrow it down to just those two machines, that's what the chart looks like. As you can see, number 38 steaming ahead, all the other numbers seem to be lagging behind. These three numbers haven't even been drawn yet with those two machines, not with any of these sets of balls. If you just look at those 4 sets of balls that they've been using most recently, that's what the chart looks like. 14 and 57 still the same square, there they are. And these numbers not been drawn yet. I'll just zoom in on that for you. That's what the chart looks like at the moment. So this is the run up to draw 2161. Number 57 is my favourite at the moment, 14 second favourite. So I hope this helps you to pick your numbers and win money, hopefully. So good luck and goodbye for now.